Hi, my name is Shari Aluko. I am the owner and founder of Reap Business Solutions. Reap Business Solution does business plan writing, strategic plan writing, proposal plan writing, training, and business planning consultancy. So, today we're going to talk about the importance of strategic planning. What is strategic planning? So, strategic planning is very important for business success. The time that you're going to invest in planning will determine your results during your implementation phase. So now we're saying that you need to make sure that your strategic planning helps you to have a clear direction of where you want to go. It should allow you to make informed decision for the future of your organization or the project that you're working on. So let's talk about a few things that is essential for effective strategic planning. First and foremost, you need to understand your vision and your mission. So your vision is really looking at where you want to be in the future. This is your aspiration, right? And this aspiration should really provide that direction for you. Now, as far as the mission is concerned, you are looking at how are you going to define your purpose, right? What do you aim to achieve? Right? So, what are those things that you're actually going to do in order to make your vision a reality? So that's first and foremost. You need to have a good understanding of your vision and your mission so that you are able to put plan in place that will allow you to realize those things. You need to also have a good understanding of your SWOT. So, what's your SWOT? Your SWOT analysis, you're looking at your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and and those threats that may face your organization. So, what are you good at? Right? What are some areas that you need to improve upon? Are there opportunities that you could tap in that will allow you to take your business to the next level? Or are there situations that could really impede your progress in your business? You also need to come up with some goals, right? So you need to have your SMART goals. So, SMART, specific goals. Are they measurable? Are there goals that you can achieve? Relevant? And what's the time frame that you have in mind as far as achieving these goals? So, specific, be very clear about what it is that you want. You should be able to track your success or measure your success. And there's no point setting a goal that you can't achieve, right? So your goal is attainable and realistic. Now, relevance is important here because remember that these goals that you're setting should align with your vision and your mission. And in order to really gauge your success, that timeline that you've established for yourself is going to tell you when you need to have these goals, when you need to achieve these goals, right? So you want to put something that, of course, stretch yourself a little bit, but again, remember, it needs to be achievable. So there's no point putting a timeline that you're not able to meet. You also need to think about your stakeholders, right? So, who are your stakeholders that's going to be involved in this process? You need to get their perspectives, you need to get buy in because there's some people that you will need to carry out this plan for you. There are some people that you will need to be able to spearhead the initiative. So you need to think about your stakeholders throughout this process and you're communicating regularly with your stakeholders to ensure that there is that alignment, right? So remember, this is strategic planning. So everything has to be in alignment with your goals, right? And then you have to think of your action plan. So you've already assessed what you're good at, what you need to improve. Is there any opportunities that you can capitalize on, right? Or anything that you need to be aware of that could really stop your progress? You've already done that. You've already come up with your specific goals, your SMART goals. So now you need to think about the action that you need to take. So, what are these actionable steps that is really going to be instrumental in allowing you to reach your goal? Think about who are going to be responsible for what. Is there any deadline? Who are you going to empower to make certain decision? Who is going to be accountable? So, all of those things you need to take into consideration. As much as you'd want to have unlimited resources, the truth is we don't have unlimited resources. So you need to figure out a way to allocate your resources wisely, right? Ensure that you have the necessary resources. So you're looking at your budget, you're looking at the people that needs to be involved, the technology that you need to support your plan. All of these things you need to make sure that you have them in place. Again, scarce resources. So, how do you prioritize all of this resource in terms of allocating them, right? And again, it has to be based on your strategic importance, right? So, you rank them and see what is important, what needs to be done now, and so forth. I did mention earlier that you need to be able to gauge progress, right? So you want to make sure that your goals are measurable. So then that leads us to how are you going to monitor and evaluate progress? This bring into consideration your performance indicators to track your progress. Regularly review and adjust your plans based on the performance data that you have and changes that may be happening not only within your environment but in your external environment. So, with that being said, we're looking for flexibility, adaptability, be prepared to pivot or adjust your strategies as new information and circumstances arise. Encourage that culture of continuous improvement. So you might not necessarily have a team at this point, and you're going to be the one that have to really take on the lead on making sure, or well, take the accountability to make sure that you're continuously improving yourself, right? And if you have a team, you're going to put that culture in place where you can make sure you're encouraging that continuous improvement and learning within your organization. Communicate clearly, consistently at all time, right? So you're making sure that everyone is involved with the different stages of the plan. You're keeping them informed and making sure that they're aware of whatever their role is, because sometimes you will find that things go off track because people are not sure what they need to do, how do they fit into this puzzle, and how they're going to contribute to the organization achieving their vision, their mission, their vision. So use those clear and consistent messaging to maintain focus, to maintain motivation among your team, or to motivate yourself. Now, this is not an overnight process, right? So you'll have some milestones along the way. Celebrate those milestones. Recognize the achievements. Celebrate them so that you can maintain momentum and keep morale high within your team or yourself. So use your successes as learning opportunities for future planning. And with that, you'll be able to have a good process in place and you'll be able to see that result. So your strategic planning is really a dynamic process that requires careful consideration, clear communication, and you're going to be reviewing that on a regular basis. So follow these tips, right? And you'll be able to create a robust strategic plan that will guide your organization towards its long term objective. Now, this is not an exhaustive plan, right? And it's probably more of a high level. So, however, this should really get you going and help you to do well in your strategic planning. Okay, that's it. Invest in your business and reap the benefits. Reap Business Solutions.